Welcome back to another action figure review. In this review, we're going to be taking a look at the new Playmates Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle 2-packs. We're going to start off with the Leonardo and Rocksteady for this video. Here's the package that it comes in. Looks fantastic. You have nice box type packaging. They are not on a card back. On the top left, we have Nickelodeon Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle classic logo in the middle, looking fantastic. We have a brick pattern around the top. It's busting out, like doing a battle scene with Leonardo and Rocksteady going at it. On the bottom left, we have the Leonardo artwork, which is fantastic. The Leonardo nameplate. We have the Playmates logo. These are recommended for at least ages 4 and above. In the center, we have the green verses. And on the right, we have the Rocksteady and the artwork of Rocksteady. And the warning for choking hazards just below that. We have the nice large window box displaying the figures in a battle against each other. It looks fantastic. And on the right here, we actually have this is going to be the Michelangelo in our next video versus Bebop. But in this video, we're just looking at the Leonardo. But the back of the boxes are the same, so it gives us a nice option for the video. On the left, we have the Nickelodeon at the top. Then we have the 4 turtles in the classic artwork. It looks fantastic. And for some reason, these guys are called the shells. In the center, that beautiful Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles logo again. Let the fight for the New York City begin. We have the verses. And just below that, we have the 4 packs that are coming out. I'm not sure if there's going to be any more past that. I hope so. Within this kind of articulation and attention to detail. Love to get it like a Casey Jones or Usagi Yojimbo. That'd be cool. But you can see the 4 there. Next wave is Raphael Triceraton and Donatello and the Shredder. Shredder looks really cool. But they're calling the bad guys there on the right the Rebels. I bet you that's some kind of PC crap. They can't call them the villains anymore. But here's what that says if you want to pause and read it. Here's the center. And here's the the Rebels. Isn't Rebels supposed to be kind of like the good guys? Interesting, right? Alright. So on the side of the packaging, we just have this brick layer. Brick here, a little bit of the Rocksteady on the corner. We have the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles at the top, the Nickelodeon on the top left. Looks cool. Here is the product information there if you want to pause and read that. The Turtles logo. Here's the UPC. I believe these are Walmart exclusives. So if you can use that UPC to help you find it, hopefully you can. Alright, now we took a look at packaging. Let's start taking a look at the figures. Okay, here's the internal compartment that holds the figure and the figures and the accessories, which if you can see in the back here, we do have the very nice display stands. We'll be taking a look at those here shortly. And we have the clamshell. Now, one thing to notice about this, they're actually pretty serious about this. They got some serious zip ties on these guys. So, taking them out of packaging, putting them back is pretty easy. But the zip ties, once you cut them, they're cut. And if you tear the back off the stands, we'll take a look at that. It may damage the packaging also. And this is a word of suggestions. If you have little collectors you're buying these for, make sure you want to dispose of these right outside of opening the packaging, because these can be swallowed and little collectors can get choked, and we don't want that. So just be careful with that. Okay, first up we have the fearless leader Leonardo of the Ninja Turtles, looking fantastic. Telling you what, these are probably some of the very nicest figures I've seen in a turtle line. Me as a 1/18 scale collector first, I love those things. I would love to see the 1/18 scale in this kind of articulation and overall aesthetics. But these are amazing. I'm glad to have them in my collection. I mean, they look like they're vintage, but they have a nice modern update in overall the aesthetics and the overall articulation. They look fantastic. So you can see Leonardo has this blue bandana on his head. He has this snarl on his face. He has his brown belt here. We have the L in the middle, which is yellow with the silver and black. It's very nice. With the blue elbow pads, wristbands, knee pads that we're used to seeing on the classic versions of Leonardo. And we have a blue band here around his sword sleeves. I believe that, if I don't remember correctly, it's been a long time, but isn't there supposed to be 2 straps on Leonardo? I'm not sure, but it's not a deal breaker. These are amazing figures. The quality of these things are, it's just some nice weight to them. The articulation's insane. He will move his head up. Move back to stationary, then down. Then we have a 360 rotation. High quality plastic. You have nice joints. We have a side to side here. Very nice. Arms on a ball joint to rotate 360 all the way around. They will raise up. I mean, nice fluent joints. Nothing sticking so far. Very nice. Then we have a double jointed elbow, which I know we're starting to see that more in these like 6-inch figures. Maybe they'll carry it over to 1/18 scale. That'd be nice. Double jointed, because you can get massive playability and posability out of them for your displays. What's really interesting is his hands. His fingers are articulated here. His thumb rotates 360 all the way around. And all these are individual. The fingers are all individual jointed. That's crazy. That's crazy cool. Then we have a cut here. I think that's the first I've seen on any Ninja Turtles here. That's really cool. So we have a side to side, which is limitation on the strap, but I think that's pretty good on his own. Back and forth. What's really nice how this is sculpted is this top chest piece is connected to the turtle shell, and so the bottom half of the turtle shell is not connected to the bottom half of the shell on the front. That way you have the movability of the chest, so you get some nice articulation out of it. So there is a rotation there. It's going to get blocked because of the shell. If the shell wasn't on it, you could probably get a 360 out of that. So for his legs, hopefully they're just as articulated because he is a ninja. You get a pretty good split kick. He is a turtle. This way looks fantastic. We have a cut here for the thighs. We have thigh rotation. We just got to be able to hold that top piece to actually articulate it. But you can see there it does work perfectly. And we have double jointed knees. Right there and there, but this kind of gets in the way a little bit. But oh no, it's really nice. For the ankles, I just popped it off. They're on a ball joint. Back right on perfectly. Up a little bit, down. Each toe is articulated too. That's crazy. That's crazy articulation. Looking super cool. Let's go ahead and get him cleaned up a little bit. We'll take a look at him 360. If you are a Ninja Turtle fan, I highly recommend these. These look amazing. Absolutely amazing. Look at the bandana on the back. Nice knot there. Nice little ties. Classic looking design. Very cool. Alright, so let's take a look at his Katana Swords. Here he has a silver handle, silver blade, and then he has blue wraps that matches his gear, which is fantastic because it gives the weapons ownership. I love that when you do appreciate that. So I'll go ahead and give me his hands, and we'll take a look and see how well he holds them. Alright, I gotta show you this stuff, guys. Check this out. Sword. Look how articulate these fingers are. Bring his hand down. One finger, second finger. You can grip that with no problem. Look how realistic that looks. That looks fantastic. And there he is, posing pretty nicely. Fantastic. Holds his weapons really nice. Really, really nice. Okay, let's see how well they fit in this bag. Oh, that is smooth. Perfect tolerance. Perfect. It's not too tight, not too loose. They fit beautifully. This is one well-made figure. Perfect for any turtle fans. Alright, let's take a look at Rocksteady. Look at this bad boy. It's really cool. Look at that head sculpt. That looks mean. He's got his green hat, which is removable. Take off this rubber band. And that head sculpt is cool. His white horns, his teeth, his eyes are painted very nicely. He has like this bandolier. Across his chest is brown with the red shotgun shells. We have a green grenade. We have his tan tank top, muscle tank top. That bandolier is all the way around, which is very nice with the red shotgun shells. We have a brown, very pinstripe there strap. Across the other side, green bandana on his arm. He has his grayish camo green pants, turtle shells on his thighs, and his brown boots. We have a brown belt, silver belt buckle, brown wristbands. Looks fantastic. And he is really, really cool. This is probably the best Rocksteady I've ever had in my hands for a modern figure. He looks very, very cool. His ears, these are not articulated. So for his head, it's on a ball joint. It will rotate 360 all the way around. Rotation at the shoulder, 360. Pretty smooth joints, nice and fluent. That's always a good sign. Hands go up that far. We have rotation here, 360. Double jointed elbows. Gets you more than 90 degrees there on his elbows. Man, that's fantastic. Absolutely fantastic. Look at that. Look at that bend ratio. Wow. Very cool. Chest articulation, or you have kind of a, not much to side to side. We do have a 360 rotation all the way around. A little back and forward, not much. Yeah, splits, about that much. And he doesn't like the splits. But that's okay. He's a big old rhino. We don't need the splits for that guy. He's not a ninja. He's a brute. And then we have double joint knees. Pretty nice. This boot here, rotation. Right there, 360. There's no thigh rotation. You kind of get in and out from the overall crotch piece. There's no articulation in the ankles. They are a solid piece, a solid boot. Overall, very, very cool. Here's this helmet that I took off. It was a piece of rubber band on it. It's all green. Has goggles on it. A little more paint would have been really nice on this, but it's still really cool. See, that's not going to stay on very well, but yeah, it is what it is, I guess. So it comes with a large machine gun. It's all gray. Again, a little bit more paint, that would have been amazing. We have a handle here, we have the grip, we have the bipod on the front. This is all one piece. Nothing's movable, folds, or removed. We have a square hole there on the bottom. This is pretty big. We have his machete. This is all gray piece. Matches his weapon. Time to hack up some turtle shells. Wow. Did forget about his wrist. His wrists do go in and out like this on both of them. They rotate 360 and they go in and out. Whoops. And he falls over me. He just looks very menacing. That machete. It's very, very cool. So that's really good. You see he holds his machine gun very nicely. This is one menacing looking figure. Love that articulation in the arms. That looks fantastic. Very cool. Now to go back to Leonardo, because I might have forgot his wrist. I got excited about the fingers. There's a 360 rotation in the wrist on Leonardo, but there's no joint for the in and out or up and down. Yeah, so. And Rocksteady can put his finger through the trigger hold on his largest assault rifle. Large machine gun, I should say. That's very nicely sculpted. Okay, you can take off the stands without too much damage to the interior packaging. If you cut the tabs around the top here, cut the tape, you can pull these plastic pieces out, and that way you don't damage the packaging. And all you'd have to do is retape them. So that's a pretty good way they designed it. So here's our Rocksteady stand. Very large stand, has a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles on it. That'd be nice to have some paint on there, paint that green and red and white. Then we have the name on of the figure. These are quite large, very cool. So on the back here, you just simply, if you would cut just above the tab with an X-Acto knife like so, you could get, oh, you gotta cut straight, and then make sure they're just free, like so. And then come around to the front, try to get your fingernail, or you may have to use something to slide in there, and then you can pull those right out so the tape don't get caught, and then you can put them back on if you wanted to. So here's Leonardo Stand. Looks really, really nice. Has a written Leonardo's name on it, done in black. These are very large. So we have Leonardo Stand. He has pigtails in his feet, and they are perfectly toleranced. Wow. You definitely can get some nice poses with these stands. Look how large those stands are. That's incredible how big these are. Very nice. Okay, here we have Rocksteady's. Let's see how well his pig holes work on his feet. And they're perfectly tolerant also. Wow. So, these are amazing. Amazing sculpts, amazing articulation. So, my final thoughts. Leonardo is amazing. I mean, the colors are there from the. If you want a vintage style modern Ninja Turtle, these are it. Amazing colors and amazing articulation, like I've never seen in a Ninja Turtle before. In my opinion, nothing's perfect, but it's damn close. Rocksteady could use some more paint on his weapons. Give it some ownership. He could have used some articulation in the ankles and maybe at the thighs, and maybe a little bit of a design on the crotch pieces to get a little better spread for posability. The hat is the worst of all. It falls off. It's very finicky. So it's going to fall off a good bit unless you leave the rubber band on. Oh no, it looks fantastic. Love the meanness in the face. Looks great. Highly recommend these. You get these at Walmart now or Walmart.com. $34.95 is the price for these. They're well worth it. Lots of parts. Highly recommend them. If you like this video, don't forget to hit the thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe. And don't forget to like and share the video with all your fellow collectors. And as always, thank you guys so much for watching. And we'll see you in our next review.